What better way to end your Thursday evening than a little bit of SFLm action? We welcome you in. San Jose plays host to San Diego tonight as we wrap up another exciting day, another exciting week of football action here. The SFLm on the Virtual Football Network. Camera duty here with my buddy DJ Kilgannon, reunited, and it feels so good. Alexander West in the production truck this evening. DJ, good evening, my friend. What you got for me tonight?
Thank you for the warm welcome, as always, my friend. You know, I think this is just going to be a hard-nosed football game. I feel like we're going to see some ground and pound, right? I mean, we have the second leading rusher in the league in Rashawn Williams and a top 6 rusher in the league in Caleb Rex. Both defenses are pretty good in stopping the run. They both have safeties that are really good, box safeties that help stop the run. So I think this is just going to be a type of game where it's just all steam ahead, running the ball. But, you know, I've been wrong before. They're talented through the air as well. I guess it's going to come down to how they decide to play the cards this week.
Well, we've only been wrong once in our life, so
Yep, that's right.
we're pretty accurate until tonight. No, I'm kidding, folks. It's good to be with you. All kickoff is underway. You're not going to want to go anywhere for the next hour and a half or so. This one fielded and taken out from the end zone out to about the 28. A little bit of daylight there for Shelton before he is brought down. Let's say hello quickly to the starting lineup for San Jose, led by quarterback Brady White. Halfbacks Rashawn Williams and Joel Harleman. The fullback Speedy Gonzalez. The wide receivers are Aiden Texera, Jimmy Went, and Jamar Shelton. The two tight ends are Goradol Khan and Robert Henson Jr. The tackle, Landon Onim, and guard Jack Big Boss. Coming out in those beautiful white helmets there. San Jose 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Wide under center. He hands off to Williams, running right side. Gain of 4 on first down.
Yeah, Williams is one of the most established and well-developed backs in the SFLm up to this point. He's a stud. Coming into this week, 2nd in rushing yards, only behind Dominic Kane. And he carries that momentum in from last season off an SFLm championship. Or, excuse me, he was on Philly, now joining this squad as a back who was also good last year as well, only is going to make the team better.
And there he is once more. And like you said, off to the races after breaking tackles. Steps out of bounds after a big chunk play. And that's why you said he is at the top of the leaderboard right there with Dominic Kane. And that's why.
Yeah, sure is. He's just a tough runner, breaks an early tackle, and the wide receivers and lead blockers do their job, clearing plenty of space for him to make way, is eventually forced out of bounds and doesn't even take a hit, resulting in that play, pushing him well past the 50, already making good progress off of only 2 plays from Rashawn Williams.
Yeah, that was a thing of beauty. 1st and 10, just a minute into this first quarter. We're seeing motion now as Aiden Texera, moving from left to right, puts 3 receivers to the top of the screen. Play clock down to 2. White with a three-step drop, looking for Texera. That's jarred incomplete. Let's look at the defense real quick for San Diego, if you will. Defensive end, number 64, Odette Boudreau. Defensive tackle, Pat Redding, number 92. The linebackers, Seth Berlin and Horizon Breeze, and Quatzinho Leah. The cornerbacks, Andre Brown, Ness Jenkel. The safeties, Eaton Moss and Dondace Talacarne. As we get to 2nd and 10 here, and once again showing motion. This time it's tight end Robert Henson Jr. White throwing with a good pocket. There he finds his man coming back for the ball. Jamar Shelton. He turns upfield. He gets the 1st and 10.
Yeah, that's just a beautifully designed curl route on the sideline there. White is the type of quarterback that is just, I mean, he's a pocket passer like that. He is so well at timing those timing routes, right? I mean, you got to throw it before the receiver turns his back, so you're throwing it almost at the top of his route before he completes it, right? So he's flipping his hips just as the throw is getting there, and it results in plays like that where he's near wide open.
Yeah, a good start to this game right here for San Jose. Now that run up the middle That stopped. I felt a horizon breeze coming in there for a moment to make that tackle.
Yeah, Breeze joined August 11th, fairly new to the league, still getting into his own in these early parts of the season, and he's still a very fresh young rookie in this league.
Now White to throw. Gonna have to find some yardage downfield, and it's not there. Incomplete.
That's just a tough throw there. And the coverage was there, just seemed a little bit way too out in front of him anyway. Probably for the best considering how tight that coverage was over the middle.
Yeah, it kind of felt like he was almost throwing that one away and leaving to play another down. On 3rd and 9. Pressure starting to collapse, so he rolls left, finds his man wide open, and it's going to the end zone. Touchdown. It's number 11, Aiden Texera, to put San Jose on the board.
Texera to White. That's something you'll hear plenty of if you watch these San Jose games. These two good friends off the field as well as on, clearly connecting there. A beautiful block out in front by one of the San Jose wide receivers. That was Jimmy Wint, who went out and made a great block, clearing the way for Texera to go in nearly untouched.
That was fantastic. Yeah, once he got that block, it was off to the races. Great formation, great execution. I tell you what, you're only as good as your blockers downfield. Great job all around for San Jose. The extra point is good. So a quick 7-play drive which spans 72 yards in just a little over 2 minutes. And yeah, you got Texera say hi to the camera. You can do that when you score a touchdown in that manner.
Yeah, you sure can. And, you know, San Jose, San Jose, Jimmy Wint, who was the one who laid that block. He's not a rookie. He's a part of that development team playing down from Detroit. So as a Detroit fan or coach looking down at this minor league game, you got to be happy seeing one of your receivers down there playing with all this heart and showing some grit, getting dirty with those blocks.
Indeed. So we take a look at San Diego for the first time today. Dakota West under center. Get a man in motion and one in the backfield. Play clock down to 5 before he snaps it now. West throwing, escapes the pressure, throws downfield. He was looking in the direction of Nick Fritchley, but that was just covered beautifully downfield. Ramnar Sudi on the deflection.
It sure was, and on that play, Cam, the Wolves were howling. Dave Wolf came around that edge and was clawing at the feet of Dakota West. They were barely able to break off the sack, and narrowly so, barely even getting the throw off. Still fell incomplete, though.
Split backs behind Dakota West. The handoff up the middle to Calum Rex, DJ, for a gain of 3.
Yeah, I mean, Calum Rex, phenomenal back. Like we mentioned, top 6 in the league amongst rushing yards, and he's relatively new to the league, joined at the very end of last season, just before their championship win.
West throwing his and it somehow it's an interception by the shoelaces, coming the other way and still on his feet. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Is number 23, Jeremetrius Butler, with a beautiful play. Great concentration, DJ. Walk us through it.
Yeah, I mean, concentration indeed. I mean, there's so many moving parts to that play. You talk about the original defender being in position to bat it up, to put it in the hands of another who tips it up to another, who then tips it to the corner who finally was able to pull it in. My goodness, what a whirlwind of a play. But the fly high as they pick that one off and take it the other way. They're already inside the 25, Cam.
Now that's highlight reel material. I would put that on any sports program in the United States or around the world. That was a thing of beauty. Now, oh, look at this beautiful hole right here that Rashawn Williams has to run through. You could have fit a semi through that, and he gets 8 on first down.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you're a back, I mean, Rashawn Williams is a large running back. He is not that large. The offensive line says it doesn't matter. Give that man as much room as he needs to run, as he ever desires. He certainly doesn't get touched to that second or third level.
Yeah, now that was just a great play. Now, with the first touch of the game, is Joel Harleman, the halfback, number 46, and he gets close to the first. They're going to call him just short by 2.
Yeah, just I mean, and with how they're running the ball, this 3rd and 2 should be no problem at all. And not to mention how well their offensive line is blocking, but it's a pretty tight box here from San Diego.
Yeah, a little delayed
Ooh.
handoff and a good stop by San Jose, blasting Rashawn Williams there into the backfield. Good defensive play by the Aces.
Yeah, and I mean, those are the type of plays you need to make against an offense like San Jose. You know, they're tremendous in the trenches, and if you can get ahead of steam and a little bit of momentum stopping those runs early and often, it's going to bode well for you in the future. And off of tremendous field position, San Diego, with their backs against the wall, are able to hold a tremendous flight offense to only 3 when much more could have been seen.
Nice kick by Scylla Aldemir. And like you said, good job by San Diego allowing it to, points off turnovers, that's true, but at least it was not a full-blown touchdown, if you will. And it's a 10-point game, still very much in reach, and they just need a good drive here as they start from the 21. Let's introduce the rest of the starting lineup for San Diego. We mentioned Dakota West and halfback Caleb Rex. They've also got Richard Powers in the backfield at the halfback position and fullback Joe Duncan. The wide receivers, Hunter Jacobs, Terry Money, and Nick Fritchley. The tight ends, Goosebusters. The 2 tackles, Queen Porter and Jackson Burrito. And at guard, Bruce White. Split backs here on first down. West under center. Again, here they go with the carry. They try to pound it up the middle with Caleb Rex, and it's a gain of 1.
Yeah, okay. I mean, they're trying to get their bell cow back started early and often. I respect the play calling. I really do. But if these runs continue to get held shallow for San Diego, things will have to change as far as their play calling.
Yeah, indeed. We'll take a look at this defense for San Jose in just a moment, but that's a nice play. Breaking out there is Powers with a very, very good run. Let's take a look quickly at this San Jose defense, Defensive ends, Frodo Laggins and Dave Wolf. Defensive tackle, DeBrickshaw Molyneux. The linebackers, Isaac Faison, Jesus Smith, and Louis Caduti Jr. The cornerbacks, Andrew Pope. The safeties, Ramnar Sudi at free safety and Cletus Youngblood at strong safety. And talking about Powers, that's Caleb Rex able to channel his powers in the halfback and get the 1st and 10 to extend this drive. They needed that desperately, really.
Yeah, they sure did. A nice show display from their offensive line. A lot of room to run there for Rex. Didn't get touched well up until the linebacker was able to at the end of that run, but staying ahead of the sticks and doing so consistently with a mix of both attacks.
And there again, as we said, the handoff. Richard Powers now getting a chance to touch the football for a gain of 3. I really like the approach. It's very methodical, but again, it keeps the defense guessing.
Yeah, sure does. And I mean, it's all about keeping a defense honest. You can't let a defense realize you're one-dimensional, because then all it takes is a defensive play caller formation that fixes it, and that's all. Oh, man.
I tell you what, that guy was ready to run through a brick house if he'd had a chance to break free. What a hit Caleb Rex laid on the defender, who's just now scraping his jersey up off the turf.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the hardest hits I've seen in the minor leagues up to this point. Someone check on him. Those pads for regulation.
Formation and a good play over the middle to Goosebusters. Who you going to call when you need a 3rd down conversion?
And Goose is the man you're going to call always, especially for San Diego. Top 3 in the league in receptions with 29 up to this point, and top 3 in the league for receiving touchdowns. A big standstill in 2nd place between a few players, and a big standstill at 3rd between several players.
Rex again. Now this time he is on the receiving end of a shot. You can hear it up here in the headphones. Louis Caduti doing a fantastic job right there, thwarting all the efforts by Rex.
Yeah, you know, this is a similar situation they were brought into previously, where it was 2nd and long. They still trusted their rushing attack to proceed downfield and get close to the sticks. Let's see if they stick with that same tactic.
Split backs again. We're seeing that quite a bit out of this unit today. Now West throws safely over the middle, takes his check down to Terry Money, who gets a gain of 4. That'll bring up a very big 3rd and 6 here.
Yeah, now your rush game is kind of pushed to the back of your mind as they come out in a single back look. It almost feels like you're forced to throw the ball now, but a dime package coming from San Jose, it's going to be tough to do so.
2:21 remaining in this opening quarter tonight here on the West Coast. Wherever you're watching in the world, we thank you for being a part of it. Big play on 3rd down. West throwing with time, finds these man Goosebusters again. A leaping grab to extend this drive. And, you know, we talked about that being important. Obviously, you want to keep out there, your field out, your team out on the field, rather, excuse me, to try to score a touchdown. But, DJ, you're in the minors. It's very tough in the field goal category. So you want to make sure you give your field goal team at least an opportunity here.
That's true. And in the event of San Diego, they are one of the teams that do have a rookie kicker.
Indeed. Oh, look at that play. Nice stiff arm. Doing a very good job there. As we take a look at West stats early here in this game, a little background there on Dakota West.
And to West's credit so far in this one, San Jose has not shied away from bringing pressure. West, a very tall, hefty QB, if you will, not afraid of some contact, has been able to stay brave in the pocket really well.
Sure has. Now, you see Caleb Ricks, they're turning sideways to fit through a narrow hole provided by the offensive lineman. And he gets close to the first, but now another 3rd down situation, 3rd and a yard. Final minute of this first quarter. I formation look here for San Diego. And the Aces keep it on the ground. Trapped behind a lineman somehow. Oh, no. I thought he may have the first. They're going to say he's just short. 21 on 21. Caleb Rex there stopped.
They are going to challenge it. I
like that.
Review.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Andre Dre Pope who was able to bring down that ball carrier just at the stick, it looked like. I mean, this could go either way. At the initial look, honestly, I thought it was a first down.
So did I.
Maybe inches. Let's get another look at it here. Stuck behind the blocker, cuts inside, and
I think he has it.
The ball looked past, but the knee. I think that's where we need to look.
Oh,
the knee's down. The ball is there. Let's see if the Boston Curse makes his way to San Jose as this call comes in. Overturned.
You didn't just say it.
Well, let's see if they make it inches, and they do.
Oh no!
No way! That's criminal.
Oh, those poor folks in Boston. They're never going to get a chance. Yeah.
No.
That's a heartbreaker.
It is. You're the Aces. You got to gamble it all and go for the inch there, I feel like. But that's why I'm not a coach.
Yeah, but DJ, in the words of the great Kenny Rogers, you got to know when to hold them and you got to know when to fold them.
That's the truth. I mean, you got held on 3rd and 1 right at the line. Who's to say it would have gone any better on another attempt? I guess you're right.
Well, Josh Gint is able to kick that one and put them on the board, 10-3 here. And meanwhile, just a quick update for you who can't see here in the broadcast booth. Hate mail spewing into the broadcast booth from Massachusetts.
Oh, they'll be all right.
We'll never get away from that, DJ.
No, never. Any chance I can.
Oh, I know, and I love it.
We'll see now. Maybe San Jose is going to be my new punching dummy. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll find out.
It'll progress as time does.
You know what, folks? I think you can tell, the SFLm, it's all about having fun, enjoying football, enjoying camaraderie, and that, we get to do plenty of that here tonight. But a great game we've got here so far. White under center throwing, just a beautiful throw into traffic, doing a great job of fitting that ball right in there for his receiver, Shelton, and it's a first down.
Yeah, Shelton and Texera have been fantastic targets for Brady all season long. Shelton has really established himself well, I feel like, in this offense for San Jose, coming from Philadelphia, where he was the guy taking over Victor Rojas's spot, if you will. And I feel like he's done pretty well in that regard, right? Top three in receiving yards behind the aforementioned Victor Rojas, however. So, he's doing what he can.
And we're doing what we can, folks. You are watching the SFLm on the Virtual Football Network. Cameron Duty here with the DJ Kilgannon, Alex West in the production truck back at SFLm HQ. And we just thank you again for being a part of it. A good ball game we've got here today. A one-score game between these two units as we open up the second quarter. San Jose starting to move. White throwing. Oh, just a little bit off target there, going for Aiden Texera. Those two usually don't miss, but you could see he was kind of in an awkward spot to try to reel that one in.
Yeah, kind of falling. It seemed like, the defender was there to make a play on it. Texera probably didn't think the ball was going to get past him, so was kind of falling back, kind of panic, having to make a play. That's a hard play to make.
That brings up 2nd and 10, and you see Texera goes in motion from left to right of quarterback Brady White. And fake handoff and the throw into triple coverage. There are lots of white jerseys all around. The pass is batted down, incomplete. Kind of scary there for a minute. You think that's an easy place for San Diego to make a big defensive turnover.
Yeah, certainly looked like it. That one was thrown to just a huddle of aces. There was a whole hand of them. I feel like there wasn't even a member of the flight anywhere close, or certainly that could have made a play on it. That could have been detrimental for Brady White.
3rd down, so it's a little shovel, and a great play.
Wow.
A good call there. I didn't expect it, neither did San Diego, and Williams is able to get the first.
Yeah, that was a tremendous play call. That was the last thing I was expecting. So I feel San Diego feels similar in that regard, because 3rd and 10, you shovel it to your best player on the field, in my opinion. It's a great decision. They saw something in film that they made them think it'll work, and it did.
Yeah, that was a great play indeed. Now we see Texera once more in motion. Fresh set of downs here for San Jose. And the flight, White. Oh, he gets tripped up there, trying to roll out of pressure. And they're going to benefit San Diego, that is, of being able to track him down, as that is the big man, number 64, Odette Boudreau.
Yeah, that was a beautiful tackle there. And if you asked me who I thought was going to be the first sack recipient of the game, I wouldn't have said Brady White, just because of how well this San Jose offensive line has played all season long up to this point. Has only been sacked. He's been sacked 7 times in previous games up to this point. 3 of them, however, were in the previous game against San Diego.
You got a good job by Odette Boudreau. She gets the sack there. Credit with that one. Now White to throw long. The pass bobbled, incomplete, but we do have a flag on the play. It was intended for Shelton.
Some defensive pass interference.
My.
And that'll give them the freebie first down. Let's see what kind of contact we see here.
That's Jankel.
What do you think, Cam?
I think let him play.
I completely agree with you, but the San Jose ref seems to think otherwise. They're going to throw that penalty flag. Seemed like there was just a little bit of hand checking.
Yeah.
A little hand to the hip never hurt anybody.
Yeah, I don't think it was honestly enough to thwart that play, but that's my
We're not
opinion.
on the field. Yeah.
Right. We're up here. When I'm on the field, I'm kicking. I'm using that leg. I'm not trying to defend the pass. So what can I say? White to throw the pass complete to Texera, low to the ground, but he was able to somehow reel that one in.
Yeah, I love plays like that from quarterbacks, because you can dive a little bit deeper into it. You maybe think, that's a low pass, right? But you're splitting the 2 defenders in the middle there, those 2 linebackers that were covering over the middle, 54 who was in tight coverage. You throw that one low enough, it keeps it out of the arm's reach of any of those linebackers to be able to get a hand on it, and it connected perfectly with Texera.
Such a good point. You're right about that. Now, throwing to the end zone. It's tipped lucky that all that was incomplete because Ness Jekyll was trying to get a little retribution there for that PI call, and he almost had the INT.
Yeah, it was very close to it. A development player playing from Pittsburgh has been very solid in the pass defense for San Diego up to this point. Leads the team in pass breakups with 9.
Now wide throwing again to the end zone. It's a car crash. But tell me how. I don't know how he was able to bring that one down. That's number 45, Robert Henson Jr.
Yeah, Robert Henson getting his... Oh, that's a stat there. Had 1 catch in the previous matchup against San Diego, and guess what it was? It was a 20-yard touchdown. In this game, getting his first catch of the game, resulting in a touchdown. Wow, his second of the season and a great spot to get it in, pushing their lead to 14 now, making it a 2-touchdown ball game. And we're not even 2 minutes through the second quarter.
Yeah, that is incredible. San Jose firing on all cylinders tonight. As you said, taking flight, pun totally intended, but that really is the truth. Incredible play by Robert Henson. And like I said, just to be able to hold on to the football, and he took quite the shot there at the end of that one.
Yeah, sure did. Was body slammed at the end of it, but well worth it, and held on to it is the main point of it.
No, it's like the old, here I go with song titles. John Mellencamp, you know, he said, hurt so good. That's the kind of feeling you're talking about right there. When you hold on to that football, you take the shot, but you stand up in the end zone, and you're awarded 6 points. So, for San Diego now, yeah, they're down by 14. It's a 2-touchdown game, but we have seen that this offense can move the football. We'll see if they can do the same on this next series. They start off with a handoff.
Oh!
Caleb Ricks again, just taking all of his aggression out on these San Jose defenders. And we've got Faison down. I believe, was he not the recipient of that awful hit there?
He sure was. I hope we get another look at it, because at first I thought it was Ram Narsudi, but Faison may have as well, and that I feel like that hurt me. So if you got hit by it, I don't blame you for staying down a little bit longer. Hopefully we'll see Faison come back into this game shortly.
Good gravy. That was terrible.
Yeesh.
I do not want to see Caleb Rex running at me. I wouldn't even want to see him walking towards me at this point. 2nd and 7, and here he comes again. Look at the hole he's got. He just lowers the shoulder. Again, taking people at will, at mercy. Oh, they're just begging for him to stop.
And during an interview this week, Caleb Rex did say that he was going to put the San Jose flight into the dirt, and is just barreling through members of the flight defense, collecting them like trophies.
Well, Archuleta is still reeling from that hit.
Yeah.
His powers with the run this time. Speaking of that interview, DJ, do you care to tell us where we could find the rest of that interview there with Caleb Rex?
Oh, absolutely. Anytime on Twitch, Fresh Faces of the SFLm, you'll find pings of it. Every week, occasionally, in the SFLm general chat, if you are interested.
Folks, that is good stuff. Check that out on Twitch. Fresh Faces of the SFL with your host, DJ Kilgannon. You'll love it. Now, you've got San Diego faced again with a 3rd and 1 situation. So this kind of puts them back, you know, into the spot that they were before.
Yep.
With about a yard to go here and a tough decision to make.
Yeah, I mean, it's a similar defensive setup for San Jose. I mean, I don't blame them if they run it, but previously it didn't work. Let's see what they go with.
3rd and 1. They do keep it on the ground, and Caleb is stopped. As tough as that guy is, it's hard to get past a 6'8", 330-pound Wolf and Dave Wolf, the defensive end.
Yeah, Dave Wolf. I mean, the leading leader in sack. Oh, they're going for it. Here we go. Forget what I was saying. We need to see this.
4th and 1. Listen to the crowd come to their feet for the home team here, trying to will them to make a stop. It's a handoff. It's Rex. It rolled over for the first. Again, another matchup of Rex, number 21, going up against Adam Pope, the cornerback for San Jose, and this time Ricks wins out.
He sure does, fighting for every chunk of yard. Rolled over him like a rolling pin, and that time does push ahead for the first down. And it makes you think, Cam, maybe if they had gone for the inches last time, maybe they would have got it.
I think maybe, they took that situation and learned from it and decided to, when, faced with that same opportunity again, to try the different approach. This time it works. It was hard fought indeed, but they made it work. Commend them, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
2nd and 9, halfway through this second quarter, as we see motion. Now the left-handed West pump fake, starts pressure coming, he doesn't feel it. And, it's the Wolfman again coming in and taking a shot at Dakota West for the sack.
As a wise man once said, Cam, and it wouldn't surprise me if we see it in the chat shortly, there are 3 guarantees in life: death, taxes, and Dave Wolf getting a sack in a game.
Oh, well.
As in every one of his games.
I agree with you, DJ. I mean, this guy is an unstoppable force. And it's 3rd and long situation. It's got San Jose reeling. After the gutsy 4th down conversion, they went backwards from there. Pressure coming. He's hit as he throws. It flies through the air end over end like a field goal kick, if you will, harmlessly to the ground. Incomplete. And unfortunately for San Diego, they will have to punt this 4th down away.
And who else? Dave Wolf was huffing and puffing, and he was soon to blow down the house of Dakota West. And that was the reason that throw was so errant to the back. I mean, the pressure was right there. That was one of the few times tonight we've seen Dakota West really fall to that pressure from San Jose. We saw them, get a little nervous, and I don't blame them. I mean, on the previous play, we saw them get sacked. So, it's understandable to see that is when the nerves kick in.
Yep, I would agree 100%. Good analysis there, my friend. And boy, I tell you what, if you're San Jose at this point, you've got a great opportunity to make things very difficult for the Aces with 4:15 left in the second quarter. Now, it's a handoff going nowhere. San Diego, to quote the great Lee Corso, says, "Not so fast, my friend," and a great defensive stop by Quatzinho-Leah.
Yeah, that was a dirty hit there. That was, just shot through the gap so well, connected with the ball carrier. Didn't even need to wrap up. Just bounced off of him like a pinball, sent him down into the turf.
Now we see motion with Jimmy Went moving from right to left. Now White with time, throws, gets it off to Shelton. It's complete. A nice gain of 8 on 2nd down. So, there you got opportunities. You got choices to make here on 3rd and 2, DJ.
Yeah, and you see the coverage from Ness Genkel there was playing off the back of Jamar Shelton that time rather than the front. Last time we saw them playing the front of a route like that, we saw the penalty get called, learning from mistakes there.
White throwing quickly. He gets just enough. Now cutting upfield is Joe Harleman, who was the man on the reception there, the halfback out of the backfield, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was him or Robert Henson. It was kind of
touch and go on the visual there, right?
Yeah, there was the ball. The tacklers were there instantly. Couldn't really make out a number, but it was one of them. Statisticians kind of flip a coin, I guess.
Well, a great play nonetheless. And now, trips to the right side. White throwing one-on-one coverage. He's got his man. He threw that one right where he needed it to be, and he let Texera go up and under it to snag it and get the first down.
Yeah, Texera had just a step of separation. White saw that. It's a beautiful throw. You catch it. You just have to extend the arms a little bit, which slows you down just enough for the defender to catch up the extra step to be able to drag you down for the tackle. If that one was a little lower, I wouldn't be surprised if Texera was celebrating in the end zone now.
Andre Brown has had a tough night there trying to cover Texera up to this point. They've been picking on him a lot this evening. This will be the final play before the 2-minute warning as Williams just gets stuffed. Again, trying to run left side. Horizon Breeze with the stop. And that brings us to the 2-minute warning. You are watching the Simulation Football League Minor Division on the Virtual Football Network. Look at this formation, DJ. Empty backfield. Well, as soon as I say that, I retract that statement. White to throw, pressure coming. It's picked up. It is deflected and incomplete. Now, in a 3rd and 9 situation, good job downfield by San Diego to, was that Donde Salacarne in there,
Sure
I believe?
was.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, leading in tacklers by 5 of them coming into the week, showing he's just as good in the pass game.
Shelton now going in motion as we see Brady White under center. Clock stopped with 1:56 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Now rolling out, throwing just as he does so nicely. He does find Shelton around the 30-yard line, and this drive will continue.
Yeah, that was a beautifully ran route and throw from Shelton. You know, just running the cross across the middle of the field. You can see Texera had the underneath route, which drew the linebacker that was on Shelton just up a bit. And you saw the post route on the far left of your screen. Led the top over safety just back a bit to where Brady could connect just a little bit underneath of him to Shelton.
Yep. Williams now with the carry, fighting hard. They've been able to kind of bottle him up the last couple of touches that he's had. Gain of 3.
Yeah, you look back at the previous game between these two, San Diego stormed away in a blowout victory, 59-17 in that one. Seemed like the tables have almost flipped now.
Well, San Diego has once again put up 17 points in this one, but I don't think they're going to stop there as a timeout is called.
Yeah, I think you're right. You know, we've seen it from San Diego this season so far. They struggle. You know, San Diego gets a little homesick. Just like every one of us do. They get a little homesick. They struggle on the road. In that dominant victory against San Jose, they were at home. Their 2 wins have been at home.
Now wide throwing, and somehow they leave him wide open. Not really sure how he gets that wide open there. Right at the sticks, as that was the tight end Robert Henson Jr. with another reception on the stat sheet this evening.
Yeah, just chalking him up at this point, especially if he made the one earlier. We were still not able to find the mystery man who did it. Would be 3 up to this point if he did. And San Jose is just chugging along at this point. They're playing very consistent.
Yeah, that they are. Brady White now throwing. The pass again complete. And look who again that is. It's Henson Jr.
Yeah, I mean, he's all over the place. Finally solidifying himself as a very solid tight end, 1 target for them at this point in the season. Coming into the game, only had 4 receptions, doubling that total now. Robert Henson claiming that mystery catch from earlier, so we'll give it to him.
Hey, congratulations. We'll give it. We're not one to argue here, my friend.
Certainly not about someone playing so good.
Not at all. Brady White back to throw with time. End zone tip should have been intercepted. The whole San Diego nation is wishing it would have been intercepted. Donde Talacarne, a great play nonetheless, but that one is bobbled and dropped. That would have been huge had he been able to reel that one in.
Yes, certainly would have been. Donde's top 10 in pass breakups, adding another one to his total. But, of course, wishing it would have been an interception, which would have flipped the field for them, making sure San Jose didn't score. But now from inside the 10, they have plenty of opportunities to again in an empty look.
So we'll see 2nd and goal with an empty set. White throwing. Intercepted. They get it that time. I don't even know how he picked that one off the turf. It's Qualtzin Yolia with a huge game-saving play, perhaps.
Yolia, who hadn't had an interception to this point, and they get one there, just barely pulling it off the turf. Oh, man. Brady just throwing that one a little bit off the mark. You know, they ran another one of those curl routes we had seen them run previously, and all those aren't going to be perfect. We saw the imperfection there get taken advantage of by San Diego, and even if they aren't able to capitalize with points, which would be hard to do with just over 40 seconds left, you at least stop San Jose from scoring on that drive.
Yep, and that being the biggest point of all. Now, West throwing downfield, able to find his man. A good job of finding Terry Money, T-Money there for the 1st and 10. So we see him coming out, trying to push their way down the field quickly here.
Yeah, coming into this game, Terry Money, 11 catches, just under 200 yards and a touchdown. Seems to be, along with Goose getting a lot of targets in this one, seems like maybe they saw something on tape that shifty, shorter receiver could take advantage of. Only 5'10" is Terry Money.
Clock continuing to run here, ticking away, 13 seconds and counting. Lining up for maybe one more play. This is a quick out to Goosebusters. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, they're just going to let this go into the locker rooms. I don't really blame them for that decision. You don't want to do anything that would force a turnover and put San Jose back in scoring position before the half. And so, a nice defensive play by San Diego to end the half leaves it at a very interesting position, shall we say. 17-3, San Jose leads San Diego. It's a 14-point game. This game still hangs in the balance. You're watching the SFLm on the Virtual Football Network as we welcome you into our halftime report. DJ, what have you got for us, friend?
Yeah, I mean, San Diego just needs to play a little bit more consistent. The run game has been there for them. Caleb Rex has been playing phenomenally. Goosebusters has done what he's done all season. Make nice catches for a decent amount of yards. But Brady White on the other side has looked fantastic, connecting all over the field with Shelton mainly. And Rashawn Williams has looked fantastic too. You just need the defense for San Diego to step up just a bit. And maybe we'll see that come into fruition after that interception to end the half, basically.
And of course, Texera there with the big home run ball early in this game gets the touchdown. And that was, that really started things off to the races for the San Jose Flight as we welcome you back inside to start this second half. It is so good to be with you. Camera duty here, DJ Kilgannon, my buddy, joining me tonight, and Alex West at SFLm headquarters. But the most important person in this entire presentation tonight is you all. And we thank you all so much for spending your late Thursday night with us. Greatly appreciated. Y'all are great company. We certainly hope we are the same. Now, San Diego will start this from the 24-yard line. And this is a huge drive right here, DJ, because, as you know, if they can move their way down the field and get a touchdown, that changes the complexity of this game entirely.
Yeah, it sure does, especially for your offense, building momentum and confidence coming into the second half. Your halftime adjustments need to kick in, and they need to show that they are worth something and that they can produce.
Well, West coming out to throw, hit, and again tipped and intercepted. A nightmarish way for things to start, as Louis Caduti Jr. is the guy who was able to come up with the interception off that wayward pass.
Yeah, mark it for Louis Caduti, but put an asterisk next to it and write Dave Wolf next to it. Or I believe, I believe that was Frodo. It was one of the 8s. I think it might have been Frodo now that I saw a second look at it. It was devastating hit laid on Dakota West, and the errant throw into coverage, and after a bobble of a deflection was hauled in for San Jose. That's certainly not the way you want your halftime adjustments to show themselves.
The pressure on Dakota West today has been, and there's a little bit of pressure provided by Dondace Talacarne coming in on a blitz, but the pressure on Dakota West today, it's just been really strangling, I think is the right word for it.
Yeah, sure has. I mean, the pressure is going to play a factor. We mentioned earlier in the game how they have done such a good job of standing tall in the pocket and playing brave football. After that first sack, we saw them kind of get a bit shaky, understandably so, but now the pressure is just relentless.
Now, Williams on the carry, he gets one. And yeah, if you are this San Diego defense, yeah, you probably feel the weight of the world on your shoulders at the moment. You've come up with some big plays at this point to keep your team in it. You need another one here, a stop on third down.
It sure do. If San Jose is able to convert here, it shows that their offense is still firing on all cylinders. And it'll be dangerous for San Diego.
Yeah, they fire the gaps there, but White able to roll out and get to Shelton, who picks up the 1st and 10. And at this point, I mean, you know, we talked about San Diego. Their defense has made some big plays in this one. But how long can you expect your defense to keep carrying you?
Yeah, I mean, it can only be so long, like you said. And it seemed on that package that it would have been hard for San Diego to stop it. They had defensive tackle Kevin Williams playing in as their sole linebacker spot over the middle in coverage.
Great, not an opening drive, I should say here, but a good drive nonetheless for San Jose. Williams with a gain of 5, like you said, taking full advantage of the interception. And like we said, this right here for San Jose, if they can get a touchdown and they're just outside the 10, this will change this game entirely in their favor. But it will bring up a 3rd and 4 as that run doesn't go too far.
Camp, something catches my eye. New time chatter asking, what is this? I think you'd be great to answer that question.
What is this? Oh, this is the Simulation Football League. If you're new to the Simulation Football League, we just want to say welcome as we watch Brady White connect again here to Mr. Shelton. But the Simulation Football League is an opportunity for you to get on the field, you to create your player, join our league over on the Discord server. It's never too late to get involved. Create your player, be drafted onto a team. This particular thing, this is the SFL minor league, so young up-and-comers hoping to make their way into the major league season, which is currently going on as well as we watch Williams continue to fight for it for the touchdown. But for more information, you can always visit our website at simfl.net. So again, we invite you to do so, and we thank you for checking out the stream, and we welcome you in. Good eye there. Look at that stop. Stood him up, bringing up a difficult 3rd and goal situation. That time the defense able to get penetration.
Yes, penetrated indeed. Harleman getting stopped well behind the line, making it, 3rd and scary for San Jose is a good way to put it, especially with how well they're passing the ball at this point. Wouldn't be surprised if we see something attack the middle of the field past that linebacker.
3rd goal, big play coming here. Brady White throwing, end zone tipped, and the defense will hold. A great job by this San Diego defense, able to force the field goal attempt.
Yeah, and that's Ness Genkel again getting involved in the pass game, being her 2nd pass deflection of the night. Coming into the league, already led the entire league by 2 whole pass deflections, the closest 2 being Drew Drizzy and Cletus Youngblood. Ness Genkel had 9, now 11, as this game, 3rd quarter about halfway through, is continuing to go on. San Jose going to make that a 17-point deficit now for San Diego.
Yeah, again with the field goal attempt there, it's good. I almost said with the 3-pointer. I guess I'm getting ready for basketball season, but yeah, a great job right there by Gant to extend the lead 20-3. I want to go back also and thank you, Christian, again for checking this game out. We appreciate you. We hope that you will be a part of this for many, many years to come if you like what you see. Now, let me give you an update on that website. If you do want to create a player or look around and browse a little bit, we do have our Discord server, but also want to update the website. It's simulationfl.net. Okay, so the one I gave you previously, that was one for many, many years. It's still engraved into my brain. But it's simulationfl.net, so check that out. I think you'll like what you see, but hopefully you just enjoy the broadcast and getting to learn a little bit. And thank you for, like you said, DJ, thank you for pointing that out, and thank you for spending a part of your Thursday night with us. Now, Rex with the carry. San Diego down 17 here, but like you said, it's not out of reach thanks to some good defensive play.
Yeah, Calum Rex, also known as the Sky King. You translate Calum Rex, brings up Sky King, also known as. And he's certainly looking like a king now. It is taking multiple defenders to bring him down. Seems like he's always breaking a tackle or hurting someone whenever he gets the ball in his hands.
And Powers with a good run. and a 1st and 10, and that's what they need. I think that great run
Yep.
balance there. It's a thing of beauty, and that's what worked well for them early. Good to see them getting back at it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even Powers on averaging 6.6 a carry now. Caleb Rex, the numbers also jump out of the page on this game alone. And in the previous matchup with San Jose, was able to get a hat trick of total scrimmage touchdowns and over 100 total yards as well. And oh my goodness, this man is possessed.
Well, literally in unison, we both felt the impact of that hit. And I'll tell you, if he could ever break free, you're not going to be able to bring him. Yeah, he's gone.
Yep. It's just dust at that point.
2nd and 6 toss play, right side. Powers fighting hard. He gets a couple. A 3rd and 3 situation. Am I crazy to think in my head here, DJ, that if they don't convert on this 3rd down, you keep them out here and you go for it on 4th?
Well, we've already seen them go for 1/4 in earlier circumstances. I'd be shocked if they didn't go for it. But you know me, I say go for every one of them. But I'd like to see them continue the trend of going for it, absolutely.
Yeah, me too. West throwing, not going to have to worry about that. A leaping grab and a thing of beauty right there for San Diego and number 49 on that play. Let's look at the replay real quick.
Yeah, that's Jeff Kostrewa, one of the backup generic tight ends getting involved in space. Catching that one in well open territory. A beautiful throw by West to find him after a great route.
Toss play to Rex. He stopped right there. Good open field tackle. And that pushes him back a little bit as that was
Archuleta.
Yeah, Archuleta. Man, he's had a good day as well. Yeah. So Christian agrees in the group chat there. He said he would go for 4 as well. So we're not alone in our thinking tonight, my friend.
Well, I'm glad with that sentiment because you're down 17, the 3rd quarter's chewing away, and especially if you're an offense that has already gone for a 4th down previously, and they learned from that one originally that they had the field goal off of. Maybe if they go for that, things are a little different. They learn, like you had mentioned previously, and things are certainly different now as it's 3rd and decently long for them looking to pass against this dime look.
This is a fast-moving 3rd quarter here.
Yeah.
And big play coming. West going for it all, and he is able to drop that one in there quite beautifully, might I add, right into the arms of his intended target for the 1st down. As you'll see, look at this play right here. West delivering. Nice airmail.
Yeah, that one was caught in a little pocket of the zone. Did a very nice job of attacking it, and a beautiful route ran, and you couldn't have timed that throw up much better.
I believe that was T-Money who was able to bring that one in. A handoff to Rex. Fighting hard, running left, gain of 4 on the play. But yeah, we go back to the mentality, DJ, of going for it, all 4 downs here the rest of the way.
Yeah.
And this side of the field, you got to get this touchdown. I don't think a field goal could really help you in any situation. Toss play.
Not.
Yeah, Powers again. He's fighting hard. It's going to be an interesting 3rd and 2 spot here. But back to your point, DJ. I'm sorry.
No, absolutely. I mean, the play comes first, but they score here. They make it a 10-point game. A field goal makes it a 2-touchdown game. So it feels like you have to go for the touchdown.
Yeah, look at this run, stretching it out as far as he could. Rex trying to make something of it, but in the end, all his efforts were thwarted by Andre Pope, and now it's 4th and 4, and you will see them bring on the field goal unit. That's Gint for a 25-yard attempt. So they take the points, make it a 14-point game, and it is good with 1:36 remaining in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and that certainly is going to help your odds. You know, you're forced to kick, and certainly not what you want out of that drive. Still going to be a 2-possession ball game, but even then, it just ties. There's a good another questioning chat from our buddy Christian. How long have we been doing this now?
Yeah,
I'm
getting ready to
assuming
respond to that.
I'm assuming he means the league. I don't think we're important enough to warrant our own question.
Yeah, well, that's what you think, DJ. No, I believe you're correct on that. So yeah, for the Simulation Football League, our majors, if you will, our pro division has been going at this for now. We're in our 25th anniversary season, as a matter of fact.
13 years now.
Yeah, 13 years.
Wow.
We have 2 seasons per year. We have typically a season that starts at usually around the 1st of January in the winter months, and then we also have one towards the middle of the summer months, and that's what we're currently in at the moment. As we will keep an eye on this game here, we'll pause for this play as White throws the football over the middle. The pass complete. A beautiful play, reeled in by Jimmy Wynn.
Yeah. Had a huge block earlier that time, pulling it in. And talk about getting nailed as you catch it. That was a terrific hit.
Good job of holding on to that football. Now, if you are interested as well in what our pro division has to offer, we'll be starting up tomorrow night with a great block of football games for you right here on this same Virtual Football Network YouTube channel, as we see Williams taking off for a gain of 11 to get another first down as we're within the final minute of this third quarter. But check back on Eastern time, starting at about 8 o'clock. As a matter of fact, they will be the pre-game show that will follow things up at the top of that hour. I'll get the actual schedule for you here, which is what I'm doing in between plays, because I don't want you to miss out on that opportunity. As we watch this play quickly, Shelton, incomplete. Talacarnia almost got that one. So the Matt Wilson SFL kickoff show takes place 7:15 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. And then you will get to see a great block of games starting at 8 p.m., running all the way until 10 o'clock Eastern when the last game begins on Friday. There'll also be games on Saturday and on Monday. So check back in with us. We'd love to have you. And for this minor league right here, that we're calling here with yours truly, DJ here. This has been going on. This is 6 seasons of the minor league.
Of the minor league, 11 seasons.
11. My apologies.
6 years.
There. 6 years. There we go. 11 seasons.
I was about to say. I think that's where your head was at. That was a little.
Interception! The defense of San Diego still out there making plays. It's Berlin with a crucial play that's going to keep his team in it.
Yeah, we've seen how talented the inside linebackers and the whole linebacking core have been from Albuquerque playing in the development league. Jumps that one, takes it the other way, gets horfed down by Rashawn Williams. But, I mean, Seth Berlin for a linebacker is an interception machine. Has one on the season and a defensive touchdown to it, his only pick being a defensive touchdown. He reminds me of Grackleflint from last season in New York, who capitalized so much off of interceptions taking them the other way.
We got to call a lot of those games, and we got to see exactly what that guy did. Now Rex is trying to fight for any sort of room on the outside, not going to be able to get it. And here we go. Folks, a tradition around these parts. Get your 4s up in the chat. We are heading to the 4th quarter. San Jose leads San Diego 20-6. And you're watching the SFLm on the Virtual Football Network. Cameron Duty here with DJ Kilgannon. Let's give a shout out to Alex West for all his great work on the production end this evening. Final quarter of play tonight. And San Diego with a chance. 3rd and 7 here. Gonna have to convert. Again, like I was saying earlier and like you agreed with, if that wasn't 4-down territory, this certainly is.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, now that you're in the 4th, under 10 minutes to go, That thought will be in the back of your head at all times. This is a comeback scenario, down 14. We have the comeback kid on the other side of the street in Brady White. Can Dakota West take that moniker for this game?
Oh, that's a nice placement of that pass there, and he finds who you gonna call. Goosebusters for the important 1st and 10. They found him all day long on 3rd down.
Yeah, I mean, leading the entire team in receptions. That one puts him well over 30 in this one. 3 touchdowns as well. One of the best teams in the minor leagues at getting their tight end involved.
Now throwing, bobbled. That's always scary when that football stays up in the air as long as it did, but it does fall harmlessly to the ground, incomplete.
Yep, and congratulations to our first 3 4s in the chat. You all get sent a signed copy of the Backstreet Boys album, signed by Cameron Duty. He'll sign them himself, send them to you. So congratulations to you 3.
well, thank you. Absolutely. I mean, and also with that, I will send you a pack of SFLm air guitar strings. Okay, I want you to know, lightweight. It doesn't take much to mail them out. I can do it by airmail. Oh, look at this play! Nagging that one and going to the end zone. It's Goosebusters. He gets the touchdown while we have an injury on the field for San Jose.
Yeah, Jesus Smith going down. One of your development players out of Florida, been huge for you. And San Diego on the other side, connecting with one of your most versatile weapons on offense in Goosebusters. Was able to pull that one in and get the touchdown. Everyone put your honks out for Harambe for that one because he gets his 4th touchdown.
Gant on now to attempt the extra point. And guess what? All of a sudden, DJ, we've got ourselves a 7-point game.
Yeah, I mean, the comeback is certainly rearing in the rearview mirror at this point. But, as those mirrors say, objects are closer than they appear. You looked at San Diego just a few minutes ago, and things were looking scary.
Well, it's up to San Diego to keep them back there and make sure that it's just a visual perception, not a reality. We'll see what they can do here with the football. Back to the Backstreet Boys albums there. Now, that's kind of got me thinking. I got to ask you, do you prefer I Want It That Way or Quit Playing Games With My Heart? Which one is your favorite? Let me know.
Oh, I Want It That Way for sure.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, it's
for sure.
Absolutely. It's not even a question. If you got a chance in the chat, sound off and let us know what your favorite Backstreet Boys song is. Brady White to throw. Oh, and look at Shelton climbing the ladder and going over top defenders for the first. Heck of a play there. He's been making them all night.
He has, and he says, I want it that way. A dart, and that way is a dart by Brady White over the defender. Lets him haul it in, and that's Ness Genkel. That's no sham of a defensive back. That's one of the most talented in the league that you're catching that over.
Oh, yeah. And you know who else just entered the chat? In sync. If San Jose can score here, they're going to say bye, bye, bye. Oh! Take a look at this. It's Texera trying to make my song choices come true to the goal line. 1st and 10 for San Jose.
Yeah, and San Jose better be giving Andre Brown a pay raise after that one. The former Season 10 Defensive Rookie of the Year winner, chasing down Texera. I didn't think anyone was going to be able to chase him down once he had a little bit of daylight in front of him, but I mean, Andre Brown somehow did, but the damage may have already been done. Texera gets over the century mark, and San Jose's inside the 10.
Brady White celebrating in the chat with a little bit of Backstreet's back. All right. Well, you just called him the comeback kid on the other side of the street. You must have been talking about the back street.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I predicted the future.
Brady White here to throw. Oh, coming back for it is Texera, not able to get it. 2nd and goal.
Yeah, that was 54 on the coverage there. That was Berlin who was able to pop that one out. We saw him have the interception earlier, and again, showing up big in the pass defense.
2nd and goal, 7:51 remaining in this 4th quarter. We see motion. That is Robert Henson Jr. Keep an eye because he has made some big plays on this side of the field. White to throw. End zone. Forced out of his hands. And again, they were looking for the way of Texera, and good defense brings up 3rd and goal.
Yeah, that's the aforementioned Andre Brown again. Fantastic coverage, almost running the route for Texera there, making the hit at the perfect time. Not early enough to draw out a penalty, but just on time to, make the
Cause a
area.
disruption.
Yeah, absolutely. Cause a disruption on the catch.
So, 3rd and goal. 2 receivers lined up on either side of quarterback Brady White. 1 man in the backfield just to his left. Here's the snap. White. Interception the 2nd time on this side of the field tonight. And it's Dondes Talacarne who comes up with a miraculous INT.
Wow. And just getting a smidge too risky. Even a field goal would have made it a 2-possession ball game at this point. But Dondes Talacarne takes it back the other way in a huge spot for your defensive captain to show up in, as now you have a chance to push it well downfield. And that's certainly going to help build some momentum.
Oh, absolutely. Now Rex with the run, heading right side before he is met head on by a locomotive by the name of number 55, Robert Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, that was a devastating hit. And I'm interested to see as time expires slowly, if they lean to pass more, now they will.
Yeah, West to throw, one-handed grab by Goosebusters. Gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, they're that able to connect underneath, and now you're going to need another one of those, maybe extended just a smidge to get you past the sticks. And they are going to have an eye for him here against a nickel look. Could be anything, but I can only imagine they're going to pass. They will.
3rd and 5 throwing. He's got his man complete for the 1st down. This drive is extended. That one is caught by number 86 right there as we take a look at our roster. That's Nick Fritchley.
Yeah, that was a beautiful throw. The linebacker was trying to get back in time to be able to put a hand up and get it there. But Dakota West just threw a perfect enough ball to be able to plant that in before the safety could get down there and before the linebacker could get up all the way.
Fritchley, one of those developmental players coming down from Fort Worth, putting in the time and making some big plays this season for San Diego. Matter of fact, the last time these two teams played, he had 3 receptions, 136 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
Rex once more with the carry. It's really interesting at the start of this game, we've seen it kind of split 50-50 between Caleb Rex and Powers there. But as this game has wound down, we've seen Caleb Rex get the majority of touches.
Yeah, we sure have, and understandably so, because now that they have to mix in the pass a little bit more, it lets you have your bell cow out there more often.
Under 6 minutes to play in regulation. 2nd and 6, Goosebusters goes in motion from left to right. He settles on the line. West, the lefty, throwing into coverage. Interception coming back the other way. They finally push him out around the 25-yard line as their dreams were squashed by number 55 there, Robert Thomas.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yeah. You had said his name plenty of times earlier on plays. Has had a pretty big day. That one being the final cherry on top of the bowl of ice cream as he takes it the other way. And now we're going to see another defensive miracle if you're San Diego, to be able to hold San Jose again to no points on what I can only imagine is going to be a run-first attack here.
5:44 remaining, and now you think if they can play their cards right, got an opportunity to really milk this clock too and not leave much time. But then again, let's just do that. Richard Williams almost to the end zone. I thought Rashawn had it there. He's going to be just short, I believe.
Oh, yeah, that was a very tight, close call. Looks like Rashawn broke the first tackle. The blocker able to hold up just long enough for him to take the edge and barely gets caught, and it looked like he was in.
I thought he had it, yeah.
Throw the challenge flag, coach.
Will we see it?
They won't. Wow.
No.
I'm gonna look at that one after the game because I'm so curious. That looked like he was in. We're not down there again, like we said. Maybe
No.
a hair follicle was out.
5 seconds remaining on the play clock. Wide to throw, end zone, incomplete. And, this is huge if for some reason San Diego is to make a stop here. I mean, I know we're talking that would still be a 10-point game if they get a field goal. But seriously, though, that is a big difference when a possible touchdown has been negated. Look at the ball on the goal line.
Yeah, I mean, you could lift it over the center's head, and I feel like you'd get it at this point. They're just going to punch it down the throat of San Diego here, I think.
Well, he gets another opportunity at it. So in the end, Rashawn Williams able to get the touchdown, rightfully so. Congratulations to that young man. San Jose extends their lead late in this one.
Yeah, making it 5 rushing touchdowns. Unless I'm mistaken, did he have one previously in the game? I can't remember.
I do not believe so.
I didn't think so.
First.
Just don't want to misspeak. Getting his 5th rushing touchdown of the season, excuse me. And yeah, and I mean, more importantly, extending the lead now for San Jose up to 14. That leaves San Diego 5 minutes to go down the field and score 2 touchdowns, something they have only done one time all night tonight. When you look at the previous meeting between these two teams, it's almost a similar fate, if you will. Dakota West on one side had a phenomenal performance, 244 yards, but 5 touchdown passes in that game alone, but threw 2 interceptions. Brady White on the other side had 252 passing yards, more in total than Dakota West did. However, had 1 touchdown to 5 interceptions. Seeing a lot of turnovers again in this one. We saw 7 combined in the previous. If I'm not mistaken, I think we've seen 3 or 4 now up to this point.
Yeah, as Scylla Oddmere tacked on the extra point there. A great kick and then a good kick on the kickoff. As 5 minutes remaining in this fourth, San Diego will try to make something of this one quickly. They're going to have to go at a pace that they're not 100% comfortable with, though, from here forward.
Yeah, can't really run much at this point, right? I mean, you're the backs, the clock's your worst enemy.
Quick throw over the middle, and that is complete. So that is 5 by Westbrook there.
Yeah, we talk about last season how some rivalries were formed. Of course, you had Boston and New York, and with Boston leaving, it feels like the room was set for another one to form, and it feels like the clash for California seems to have slithered its way into that spot. As I mentioned, I talked to Caleb Rex this week. He said he feels like San Jose is their biggest rival.
Yeah, and I think the way that these two teams play each other, I would agree. Is that pass just incomplete right there? Good job. Butler coming in on that one and knocking that one loose. That was Jeremitrius Butler, who we've called his name a couple times tonight.
Yeah, that was given former shades of a former San Jose defensive back wearing that number. It kind of reminded me of a guy from last season making plays like that. Beautiful play, getting your hand in there, popping that one out.
It's 4th and 3. And you can hear the hometown crowd. They're screaming defense. Want him to make a play. West throwing, incomplete. They will turn it over with 4:26 remaining in this game. So, yeah, Whitley there looked to be the man in coverage, James Whitley, who helped make the big play.
Yep. And now they're already going to have the ball back past the 50. I don't know about you, Cam. It feels like one more touchdown at this point would kind of solidify things.
Yeah, I think most certainly it would. I think, you're going to see a run-first mentality here with Williams. I could be wrong, but why would you not? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, a couple yards on the first down there. 2nd and 8 coming up here. We watch the clock being milked away. Now, delayed handoff. Oh, a nice spin move. Bouncing off defenders, that's Joel Harleman who gets the 1st and 10. Someone who really, you've got a stud like Rashawn Williams in the backfield, and truly, it's hard to find time for both he and Harleman. But Harleman is a guy who, when you need a big run, he can give you one too.
Yeah, certainly can. And, that's a good point. Rashawn Williams up to about 120 carries after this game. Harleman around the 54, 55 mark. So it's almost 50% more snaps going to the way of Williams, but I certainly don't blame the flight. He is a monster in the backfield. He's exactly who you want when you're trying to chew the clock out in a game like this.
Play clock down to 5. Game clock down to 3:12 before the snap. Now back to Williams, who is just eating yards and time up at this point, and you're starting to see a San Diego team that indeed has fought hard tonight, but starting to get a little bit drained here.
Yeah, I mean, I can only imagine so with how tough it is to stop a back like Williams, because what's coming at this point as he passes the century mark, meets it, I should say. You're going to see more runs, and it's just going to tire you out the more you see them.
Oh, yes. Again, they let the play clock get down to 2 before they give it to Harlem, and a nice mix between these two right now. He's getting a chance to make some big plays. Another fresh set of downs as we are going to be approaching the 2-minute warning here, folks.
Yeah, and Williams pushing ahead for another first down. The final shovelfuls of dirt being placed on the grave of San Diego as they again struggle to win on the road. The homesickness still striking them down like a plague.
And the 2-minute warning. Been a tough fought game here this evening in San Jose, but the Battle of California, it's lived up to its name. You're watching the SFL on the Virtual Football Network. You mentioned this rivalry, DJ, and to be quite honest, as we get ready and watch this play unfold, the way that these two teams have played each other tonight, as Williams still dragging defenders, and San Diego will start using timeouts. I feel like you're right. With what Caleb Rick said, they feel like San Jose is their biggest rival, and they play that way. The physicality has been top-notch during this contest.
Yeah, I mean, especially the backs. I mean, we've seen Caleb Rex, I feel like, dang near hospitalized 3 people at this point. Williams running just as hard.
Oh, how about that? Speak of the devil.
Yeah, I mean, you punch it in, why don't you? I'd like to see some more time be chewed off the clock, but you put in one of your linemen at your fullback spot, and it's hard to not score whenever that's the case, running out and laying a devastating block to that linebacker as Williams walks in untouched.
I'll give a call to David Laverne there for that devastating block. And all of a sudden, it's a 21-point game here with 153 remaining, in this fourth quarter. So we're going to have to figure out who we want to give the SFLm Cameron Duty exclusive air guitar strings to tonight. I think we've got a couple of people, but I'll give it to you this way. I could actually give you a pack of these too, DJ, if you can tell me if you've heard the latest music news headline. Are you ready?
Yep, ready.
Did you hear that members of NSYNC and members of Nickelback have actually decided to get together and form a band?
I did not. But,
yeah, you know what they're going to call them?
What are they going to call them?
NSYNCleback.
You know what? For that one, you can keep your air guitar strings. Oh.
You can give them to Christian.
You can give them to Christian for me.
Okay, all right, Christian. You get the air guitar strings. Hey, come on now. Just imagine, NSYNCleback coming to a theater near you. No.
Begging and pleading
Please,
for the job back.
I beg for mercy, okay? I mean, that's my worst, obviously. But if that's my worst,
Imagine
you haven't heard my best. Thank you, Alex. We got to have a little bit of fun. I mean, hey, we're approaching midnight here on the East Coast. Good evening of football indeed. Got to keep the mood light. San Diego now throwing quickly.
Oh,
Flag on the play. We'll see what they call.
this better not be better not be. Oh man, here we go. Oh, against San Jose. Okay.
We'll get a chance to look at this one here.
Let's see.
Huh.
I think the Zebras just want to keep us here longer.
That was on Archuleta, who's played just a darn near flawless game. Yeah, they like our company, apparently.
I guess so. At least someone enjoys your
They
jokes.
like the joke.
Yeah,
That's
they
exactly
do.
right. Maybe I should be concerned if the Zebras are my friends, but nevertheless, here we go. Pass incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, the Zebras can't be your friends because I feel like that would make me in turn your enemy, and we can't have that.
I know. No, we know that you have a rebellious side. And,
I guess that's a way to put it.
well, yeah, well, you know, you wage war against the refs.
Wage war? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
You can't deny it.
No, I
You
can't.
just
I really
can't deny it. No, and this will stay in bounds. They will call a timeout, and that's probably going to be, I'm going to say, their last one. If not, they should only have one remaining.
Yeah, I think that is their last.
I think so. And a big stop here needed for San Jose, the home team, to wrap this one up. Throwing tipped. That'll bring up a 4th and 10, so they'll get one more go at it. Pass deflected there by number 27, James Whitley.
Yeah, I mean, San Jose is just, I mean, they're playing flawless, I feel like, at this stage in the game. I mean, they're doing exactly everything they need to.
One time here for San Diego to try to keep this thing alive, try to put some points and stats on the board. Goosebusters going in motion. Play clock down to 8. The pass off target. Good coverage downfield. Oh, and you don't want to see that. Goosebusters down on his side late in this one.
Yeah, thankfully for Goose and all these San Diego fans, we have the best doctors in the football world. And Goose will be, despite if he broke his ankle or his heart exploded, he will be back next week.
I got nothing.
No?
I got nothing.
Nothing.
I mean, what? I didn't expect, you know, a cardiac arrest out there on the field tonight. But, you know, here we are in the late. Are you going to say the refs did it? They tripped him?
Now that you mention it.
Oh, come on.
Hey, you brought it up.
Yeah, well, it was like a volleyball serve, okay? You served it up. I had to take it.
It's like those crazy conspiracy theories, you know?
Oh, here we go. Yeah. The flight home is going to be quite intriguing, if not dangerous, getting to the airport.
You won't get any sleep. I'll be in here talking about these guys all night.
Don't you worry. I got my Kevlar armor here. We're on our way to the tarmac. We've got people after us at the end of one of these games, I tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what kind of trip would it be if we didn't, right?
Yeah, I mean, not one worth taking.
Exactly. Life is about taking risks, and that's what happened every time we try to call a game and the refs start to cause a little disturbance here.
Any flag is a risk.
Oh, man, this may do it, folks. Yeah, we're gonna be right in sync anyway, just about. Look here, I said in sync. Did you hear that? I'm sorry,
I did.
folks.
I like that.
Well, thank you. See, you like that. That'll keep me around.
I do.
Okay, very good.
We're
Folks,
a package deal at this point.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life. Yeah, that's a good TV show.
You take away the good in Cam, you lose the bad in me, and then the whole SFLm world will crumple to a standstill. I feel now. I mean, you know.
Well, I think one thing's for certain, we have a good time. And it's certainly been a good time tonight here in San Jose. Final play of the game, going to end this one on a punt. We're going to kick this one out. And it will be returned.
Oh.
A little bit of a return anyway before being brought down around the 20. But that's going to do it. Final score. San Jose 34, San Diego 13. You've been watching the SFLm on the Virtual Football Network. DJ, final thoughts, game balls, and air guitar strings, my friend.
Well, their guitar strings we'll give to Christian. As far as the game goes, I mean, it was just pure dominance from San Jose. Brady White looked phenomenal. 270 yards on the air, 2 touchdowns, and the interception bug against San Diego still in the back of his neck. As far as who my game ball goes to, though, I feel like I got to give it to Rashawn Williams. Had a great day on the ground, nearing 130 yards, as well had 2 touchdowns. I feel like he really made that last quarter for San Jose as dominant as it was.
Folks, we thank you so much for joining us, spending your Thursday night with us. Have a safe rest of your night. Have a good weekend coming up from my buddy Alex West and DJ Kilgannon. My name's Cameron Duty. We will see you next time. Be sure to tune back in. You're watching the SFLm on the Virtual Football Network. Take care.
Peace.